In this chapter, we're going to look more closely at Facebook applications. Applications are essentially little programs that run inside Facebook. We've already experienced some of Facebook's built-in apps, like the chat application or photos application, but Facebook also allows third-party developers to create and distribute apps for its members' use. Applications run the gamut from the serious and useful to the fun and ridiculous. You'll find apps for throwing virtual farm animals at your friends, apps for following your favorite sports team, apps for creating an online resume. Some apps are highly polished, others not so much. But the point is, apps add additional functionality to your Facebook experience. Now, there are literally hundreds of thousands of Facebook applications available, so obviously we can't begin to look at them all. But what I'll show you in this chapter is how to search for and install applications, how to manage your privacy settings in regards to the applications you install, and how to respond when friends ask you to install certain applications. So let's start by looking at how to find apps. From the left sidebar on your home page, you can click Apps. Now, if you don't see it, make sure you click More to reveal it. Now, here I'll see any apps I've previously installed, as well as the apps my friends have installed. I haven't installed any apps myself yet, but maybe if your friends are using certain apps, you might want to check them out. You can see here that my friend Zach is using an app called Sketch Me, and Jade is using Daily Horoscope. Now, in here you'll also find the link to the app directory. And from here you can browse through all the available Facebook apps by category. You can browse through all apps, or you can narrow it down to the apps that are on Facebook, that are on external websites, desktop, mobile, or prototypes. Prototypes being apps that aren't quite ready for prime time. But if you want to browse them all, just select All Apps. You can use these subcategories to narrow down your search. We have business, education, entertainment, friends and family, and so on. You'll find featured apps at the top of the list, as well as apps you may like here, which you can browse through using the arrows. Now, within these subcategories, there are additional subcategories as well. We have this menu right here, where I'm currently looking through all entertainment, but I can narrow this down to subcategories like books, media, movies, music, and so on. So let's say I'll choose books, and now I see a bunch of book-related apps. Now, to find out about an app, just click it. And that takes me to a Facebook page about this app. Here I can go to Info, and I can see that this app, Goodreads, is for organizing and sharing information about the books you and your friends have read and are reading. Also notice that you can see the opinions of other users of this app to help you decide whether to install it or not. I can see here that out of 913 reviews, it has a 3.8 out of 5-star rating, which is pretty good. I can go back to the wall to see what the company itself and other people are saying about the app. I can go to Discussions, and this is where users of the app can discuss using the app, and there's also reviews here as well. Now, if you want to install the app, you can do so right from here, but we'll look at how to do that a little bit later. Let's go back to the application directory. And I think the fastest way to do that is to just go back to my home page, click Apps, and then go to the Apps directory. And here I just want to show you that another way to search for an app is to use the search field. So if you have a particular kind of app in mind, or if you know the exact name of an app, just type it into this field. For example, I'm wondering what kind of travel apps there are. So I'll type travel. And here are my results. I can just browse through and see if anything you're interested in me. For instance, here's one called Travel Map. I can see that it has over 4,000 monthly active users, so it seems fairly popular. Again, I can go to the info, and I can see that this plots my travels with this quick and easy tool to show the world how well traveled I am. And again, I can just browse through here and see if this app is for me. Let's go back to the apps directory again. Now, if you don't have any particular apps in mind and you just want to find some apps to play around with, a good place to start are the featured by Facebook apps. These apps are generally pretty polished and usually have a large user base. And each of these subcategories has its own collection of featured Facebook apps. So I can go to Games, and here's featured by Facebook. I could go to Sports. Here's some more that are featured by Facebook, and so on and so on. So take some time to browse around and see what you can find. As you'll see in upcoming movies, you can install and uninstall apps very easily, so you never have to worry about being locked into any app.